Twilight was asleep on the couch in the library of her castle. It had been 3 months since the defeat of Trick, Cozy Glow, and Queen Chrysalis, and since Twilight became the new ruler of Equestria. A TV show was playing in front of her. It was just called The Human Bunch. The announcer began to speak. Tidal Wave Studio presents The Human Bunch. For humans, teenagers burst throughout the tile dance floor towards the camera, starting Beagle, a 17-year-old boy wearing a magician clothes, appears on the screen with a magic wand. Mikey, a 16-year-old boy with a swinging vine, crashes into the wall. Jason, a 17-year-old boy in a red t-shirt that loves to go-karts and bumps into a police car, and then he jumps out of the car and runs away. Sarah, a 16-year-old girl who walks through some curtains and dances, and all 4 kids are singing together now, but they stopped as they hear the doorbell. Jason answers it, and a cop appears, and featuring Steve the cop, however, takes off his sunglasses and gives them a thumbs up for the audience. Beagle then hands Steve a tambourine, and they play music together. Twilight wakes up to see Spike. Spike, what are you doing here? It's 10 p.m., Twilight said. Sorry, Twilight, Spike apologized. I'm just super excited. Spike, your birthday isn't until tomorrow. You need to get some rest so you can celebrate when it's time. I know it's too bad that Starlight and Nyx can't be here to celebrate, given they're visiting Mom and Dad in Canterlot, Spike sighed. Twilight then put a hoof on Spike's shoulder. It's okay, Spike. We can still have fun. After all, Rarity, Fluttershy, and Applejack are coming over for your birthday. Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to bed then. Good night, Twilight. Good night, Spike. The next day, Spike was watching The Human Bunch, while Twilight was getting his gem-ready birthday cake ready. Applejack walked up to Twilight, and knowing her sensation. So, did you all have what you're gonna get for his birthday yet? She asked. As a matter of fact, yes. We're going to Planet Earth to watch The Human Bunch live. He loves that show, and he'll be super excited to see Beagle, Jason, Mikey, and Sarah in person. We have 5 tickets, so you can come if you want to, Twilight offered. Applejack raised her sensen. Right, I can't, Twi. I gotta work on to do on the farm. Who's going anyway? Me, Spike, Fluttershy, and I'm thinking of inviting Flash along with us. But I don't know who would be the 5th pony going be. Well, why not we let Spike decide? It's his birthday after all, Applejack suggested. That's exactly what I was thinking, Applejack, Twilight answered. 3 hours later, Spike, Twilight, Rarity, Applejack, and Fluttershy were gathered in the dining table as Spike blew out the candles. Yay! Happy birthday, Spike! Everyone cheered. Hard to believe it is, Spike. You're officially 12, Twilight said. Rarity then hands Spike a gift. When Spike opens the gift and sees a staff with an emerald on top. I love it, Rarity, thank you, Spike thanked. Twilight then spoke. We do have another surprise for you. We are going to the Human Bunch, Fluttershy finished. We're going to Earth to watch the episode live. Spike couldn't believe what he was hearing. Oh, thank you so much, girls. You guys are the best, Spike thanked. You're welcome, Spike. But then me and Rarity are afraid we can't come because we got work to do, Applejack explained. Aw, that's a shame, Spike said. Yeah, but we decide that it'll be just you, me, Fluttershy, and Flash, and you get to pick who else, Twilight said. Really? Can Apple Blue come? Sorry, Sugar Cube, to what Applejack apologized, but Apple Bloom's mighty sick. Oh, then how about Smolder? Spike asked. Twilight thought for a moment. Smolder didn't like to leave the School of Friendship for a while, although he did have to get out for a while. She would probably love to see what the beautiful planet Earth was. I'll talk to her and see what she thinks, Twilight promised. At the school 1 hour later, you want me to do what? Smolder asked Twilight. Twilight was currently talking with Smolder through her dorm along with her boyfriend, Gallus the Griffin. Please, Smolder, it's for Spike's birthday. It was an idea to invite you. Plus, you haven't left the School of Friendship for 2 months, and you need to get out and do some fresh air, Twilight pointed out. Look, it was nice of you to invite me, but it's just the Human Bunch is a little too childish and weird for me. Smolder, you dress up like a princess sometimes to have tea parties with dolls. Smolder blushes at Gallus and comment. Alright, if it'll make Spike happy, then I'll go. Thanks you, Smolder, Twilight said. We'll be heading to the Dimension Portal very soon, so I suggest you start getting ready. Smolder nodded, and then when Twilight was out of sight, she turned to Gallus. Damn it, Gallus, you weren't supposed to tell anybody about my secret interests. Well, excuse me for reminding you of that you're childish at sometimes, just like that show. Smolder then knew that Gallus was right, so she couldn't argue. So she went up to get ready for the trip. I'm kind to go see this show. I hope it's good as they say, Smolder thought. Boy, was she ever going to enjoy it. Twilight, Spike, Fluttershy, Flash, and Smolder had arrived at the portal station of the edge of Ponyville. Spike couldn't hold his excitement, and needless to say, Smolder couldn't either. You remembered to get the tickets, right? Spike asked Twilight. Don't worry, Spike. I got them in my saddlebags, Twilight pointed out. She then noticed that Flash was on the phone, not paying attention. Flash, we're about to go through the portal to Earth. Oh, huh? Whoa, sorry, Twilight. I was just updating my profile on Facebook. Flash apologized. So you have been into Earth before? Yes, I've been to Earth before. It's a different universe, though. The Earth is where we're going to known as the real world, and we have millions of fans there. Real world? What do you mean by that, Twilight? Flash asked. Well, you see, that universe were actually a bunch of fictional characters from cartoon shows made by human counterparts for our love goddess Lauren Faust. Well, I didn't know that, Flash barked. You never know to learn about your own world. The portal to Earth opened and it was time to step through. Alright guys, here we go, Twilight announced. At Tidal Wave Studios, Twilight and the others opened through the portal and they were now in front of a large building. Well, we're here, Spike said. Whoa, Smolder said. That's kind of an odd-looking building. You're telling me, Flash agreed. They started walking towards the entrance, and when they arrived, they stopped at the guard. Welcome to Tidal Wave Studios. How may I help you, Free? 5, the free guard said. Flash then walked over to the guard and responded. Hi, we're here to see, the human bunch, Spike finished. We're here to see the human bunch for my birthday. He's a little excited, Twilight said. I'll need your ID, the guard says. Flash then shows him the ID, and the guard takes a few notes and continues. You just gotta follow up the sidewalk to the building 1. Then go take a left and go forward, and then take another left again, and then it should be the building. Flash then thanked the guard before they could even head for the building 1. Spike then spoke to the guard. I can't actually believe that you get to work here. Is this your job in the real world? Do you know the human bunch? Spike, can you fold your wings? They are in my space, Flash complained. The guard then spoke up. You know, sometimes at night, when I'm the only worker who works here, I see those 4 kids riding around in their cars, laughing and singing. Really? Spike asked with tad nervousness. He's playing with you, Spike, Flash reassured him. And then they started heading towards the building 1 gym. Are you excited, Spike? Flash asked. I really want to meet Sarah, Spike replied. Hey, Smolder, did you even have a dream about meeting the human bunch? No, not really. But this should be very interesting. They arrived at building 1 and noticed a bunch of people and ponies had shown up to see the show. Twilight then saw a familiar-looking unicorn stallion with a red robe. Realizing that it was the Chancellor, or Naystay. Naystay? Twilight! Well, long time no see. What brings you here today? Naystay asked. We're here to celebrate Spike's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Spike. Thanks, Spike said. So you're Princess Twilight and Spike, the brave and glorious? It's finally to meet you guys in person. Spike and Twilight turned to see a white unicorn mare with an aqua mane and had a wand for a cutie mark. Oh, by the way, guys, this is my mare friend, Poppy, Naystay introduced. It's nice to meet you, Poppy, Twilight said. Are you here to see the show too? Oh, yes. I've been watching the show ever since it started airing. I really can't wait to see them performing live. After what Poppy said, the woman came out of the building with a clipboard. Hello, everyone. I'm Barb. I'll be your guide. Who's excited to see the human bunch? Everyone in the crowd cheered. They all sit tight because we're about to start a groovy time. The crowd moaned at the awful statement. I know they make it as they say it. Anyways, we are inside, so please have your phones on silent as to not disturb the others. As Barb finished explaining everyone, they heard a honk. They turned to see the human bunch arrive in the car, and the Beagle was driving. Spike was so excited to see that, but he didn't notice at the center of the road. Luckily, the Beagle noticed Spike and stopped the car before it could hit him. Spike! Twilight shouted, getting Spike out of the road before the human bunch drove off. What the hell were you thinking? You have to be more careful when you've done that, Twilight said. Sarah wouldn't hurt me. She's my favorite, Spike said. And then she turned to Smolder. Hey, Smolder, which one is your favorite? I'm gonna have to say the boy in the red shirt. You mean Jason? Spike asked. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Twilight then sighed. I can't believe he just ran out like that. He then turned to Flash, who was on his phone, obviously unaware that what happened. Flash? Huh? Flash asked, not even taking his eyes off the phone. Twilight gets irritated and snatches the phone from him. Hey, I need that. That's work. Spike is almost hit by a bungee buggy, Twilight pointed out. Flash then looked at Spike, and then he would have been an embarrassing way to die. Twilight face-hoofed and then turned away. Beagle, Jason, and Mikey and Sarah were drinking some soda and getting ready for the show, when Jason finally broke the silence. Did you guys see what I saw? He asked. Yeah, it was Spike, Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, Smolder, and Flash Sentry, Beagle answered. I didn't know that those characters from our favorite show were fans of us. Yeah, I thought there was just someone else in the crowd that looked familiar, Mikey pointed out. Jason knew exactly who it was. That is a big, mean Inese, the same unicorn who mistreated the young Six and the leader of the EEA. Truth be told, the human bunch was extremely aware about the troublesome naughty Inese who had caused. Also a familiar-looking white alicorn in the crowd, Sarah said. Oh crap, it's that heartless Princess Mare, Princess Celestia, Jason snapped. I thought she retired after turning Trey, Cozy Glow, and Chrysalis into stone. What shall we do then? Beagle asked. Jason thought for a moment and then decided. I'll tell you what we should do. We'll make sure of this that this is the last show that she'll ever see. Mike then walked back to the room and got the word that Celestia is not the only one here. Luna and Discord were also here as well. Even better, Jason shouted. We'll make Celestia, Luna, and Discord pay to what they did to Trek, Chrysalis, and Cozy Glow. Especially Cozy Glow. They began to cackle, when Celeste was doing more of a giggle, but they were more interrupted when their manager came in. All right, kids, the show host said. The show will begin in 15 minutes. Get ready, he said. We'll be with you guys shortly, Jason promised. I got some thinking to do.